Oh, man. Look, Sam, look at all these Jews. Can you believe it, guys? Yeah, no, and hey, no, Hosanna me. I'm not saving you from nothing at all. Hey, come on, get out of the way. Back her up a little bit there. Come on, I'm just a working Roman here. All right, just stay out of my way. I'm just trying to get to work. Man, whew, yeah, it's brutal. Sam, let's just set this puppy down here. Ugh, what a journey. Wow. Oh, man, Sam, thank you for helping me get through that mess of Jewish people back there. Whew, can you see, what a chaos is what that was. Can't even believe that, man. I mean, this is a holiday, we know, but something different going on out here. Oh, man, thank you for that. I mean, for some people, this is tax time, tax time. And, hey, give Caesar what Caesar's, I understand. But, for me, I'm just a simple Roman man trying to make an honest living by building crosses. That's all I do. That's what they hire me to do, build crosses. But you know what I don't get from people? Not even especially from Jewish people. I don't ever get anybody say, hey, Mr. Crossbuilder, will you make me a cross? Nobody ever says that. Nobody ever says that to me. Not at all. But you know what, though? I also build good old crates. You know what? I'll make you a deal. You got friends? I know you got friends. So listen, best deal in Jerusalem right here. $25 a piece. But for you and your friends, I'll give you a best deal that you won't get it anywhere else in J-Town, 2 for $50. I'll even initial it for you, okay? Right there. You want solid? I got solid for you. So you just let me know if this is what you want, because, the Crossbuilder does more than just crosses, right? I have a little happy thing here that I can do with crates too. Man, getting all set up. Sam, I wouldn't have been able to get down here today to open up my shop if it wasn't for your help getting me here. But, some people, they come into town as tourists, and they park all over the place, and they just stand wherever they want to stand. They just think, well, you know what? That's the big deal. We own the place. And it's people like us can't even get to work. I got a job to do. The government hires me to build these crosses so they can keep the Jewish people in line. You know that? They think that's a real simple task. But I'm like nobody's friend. I'm a kind of a friendless guy. And get my Home Depot apron on here. J-Town Home Depot right there. It's true. At least I think they have a Home Depot. So, the idea that these Romans, they come and they have this ideal that, hey, you know what, we're going to have this festivity, and all these Jewish people are going to come in, and we're going to make life really hard for us. Well, that's true. It makes life hard for us. But we have to understand that when the Jews come to town, it's a lot of chaos is what it is, Sam. Because, the Romans, the only way they can keep the Jews in line, they think, and keep them oppressed and fearful is to employ somebody like me. Because you know what they do with my crosses? Outside J-Town, all up and down the hillside. All those crosses you always see out there, my handiwork. Yep, my handiwork. So I'm doing my part for my government, just trying to get in there and, let them help by keeping the peace with the Jews. Because, they get a little squirrely. They think Jews are just they're going to take over the place. Well, Romans think they got another plan. So, it's like my job is to build crosses. Like this cross over here, I just finished this cross. This cross here, just got this one done. I'm so proud of this cross here, because this cross, the thief that's going to die on this cross this week, this is the weekend. The Jews come in and they have this celebration to deliver us. Thank you, Lord, for delivering us from all of our, I don't know what God did for them, but I guess he brought them out of slavery or something in Egypt. But this thief, he's a little, you don't want to mess with this guy. This guy here, he beat people, steals from people. So the government said, you know what, this will make a cross for that guy. We're going to put it right outside the city gate. And so that cross there it's got a good guy, bad guy's name on it. But help me here, Sam. Let's lift this thing up here. Let's get this. I got one more cross to do before, your handle, this is great. Before I can get out of here and get to work, get home with my wife. There we go. Perfect. That's just right there. I've told my wife that this is a holiday time, and I'm not going to be very long. So I said, I got one more cross to do. I just got one more thief to, prepare for his death sentence there as the Jews come into town. So I get this done. I get to go home and do my honey-do list because, I'm a Roman. I don't celebrate what the Jews celebrate. So I get to go home and put French doors in for my wife this week in the back of our house. We'll see how that project goes. So far, it's not off to a very good start, so I got to finish that baby. But those men that might be, coming around here, they're going to be looking at these crosses going like, this guy, he's got some talent, but French doors, no talent, right? So, but part of my job here is to make this cross fit the punishment of the thief. And that crowd out there is just insane today. I mean, did you hear the noise out there? There was like, Hosanna, Hosanna. like they're thinking that whatever's going on is going to save them. There's nobody out there saving them. I mean, our kings aren't even in war right now, so I don't know what they're even talking about. But, that's the way it goes. But, I start looking at what they have. I mean, just look what's going on back there in the back there. They've got this whole idea here where we have this guy back here that's going to save the world, I guess. I don't know. Did you hear the guy say, when we say, hey, what's going on? They're like, oh, hey, there's this Jew coming up the hillside. Like, really? Jew coming up the hillside? I don't know. There's no Jew coming into my store. I mean, you get the tools of the trade out here. Maybe it just brings some security along with what I have to offer. So, but you get that, and just kind of think, do you understand? Do you understand, seriously? I got a job to do. I mean, when I started out here and I look at these Jews that are going along the road here, and they just start saying, hey, like they're in my way. I'm just like, look how they're treating each other. They're just like being all rude, but yet they're happy about something. I don't understand. I mean, it's always interesting, isn't it? Come this time of year, I mean, it's festivity time, and they're just all about, coming to town, which is good for us because we like the money, right, the economy. But man, there's this guy, Jesus, I guess, that's coming. And, I know Jesus. Well, okay, I don't really know Jesus, but I know, of Jesus. I was around when he, did some, this miracle stuff that he talked about. Okay, well, I really wasn't there, but I heard stories of what he did, right? I mean, I heard the story that he took some fish and some bread and fed, a bunch of people and made mamas happy. It was all good, but still, for this kind of celebration, it's like nothing. They're kind of wasting everything on this man that they don't really know much about. But that's all right. Back to my work here. Just kind of finish this guy up here a little bit, because this guy here that this cross is going to, this boy is a bad boy. You don't ever date a boy like this, is what I'm saying. Because this guy here, he doesn't treat mama very good. In fact, this guy here, he actually went and hit the blind guy outside the gate and took all of his food. Well, that was like a disgrace, even to the Romans. Romans, they're not all a lot of honest people, right? But, they're not going to go hit a blind guy, at least not that I've ever seen. So they get this guy, and they get him in jail, and they find out that he not only did this to the blind guy, but he would go and he would, abuse women, other men's wives. Whew. This guy's a real fruitcake right here. So this one's got to be really good, because this is going to go right next to that boy right over there, and going to hang him right outside the city gate too. But you get to the point in these stories where you just kind of go, well, I know what I'm building a cross for and who it's for, and sometimes you sit back and go, I'm glad I'm building a cross. And there's other times where I don't know if that person deserves to die the way that they're dying or not, but here I am. I'm building a cross because that's what they hire me to do, is do this. I just look at what's going on out there. They're treating Jesus, this Jew, as if he was some military king that comes in. Because usually what happens when we go to battle, right? We get this messenger that comes to town, right? And the messenger, he comes and do-do-do-do, and he blows the whole trumpet thing. And he says, hey, the king is back, and, the warriors are coming, and it was a victory for Jerusalem and for our region. And so then everybody gets their cloaks and their palm branches, and they go out, and we do exactly what they're doing today, but we're not even in war. So this is just a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of crazy stuff here. But yet, this Jew, they're saying, hey, he's our Savior. He's going to be, I think I heard the word Messiah even used, which, I mean, Messiah, they're thinking that this Jew is going to come in and just create all their problems and just let them go away. They're going to create all kinds of solutions and it's going to be done, which, might be true. But, these Jews, whatever he does isn't going to save these Jews, that's for sure, because these crosses are done. The verdict is already in. But you know what gets me about this? Is these guys out here, they're taking their cloaks. In fact, I tripped over this cloak right here when I'm coming in here. Maybe you tripped over it too. But, they're actually throwing away their cloaks. They're just taking them and they're getting ready for this Jesus guy and they're like putting them out there. Do you know what Jews don't have a lot of? They don't have a lot of clothes. They got like maybe 3 pairs of clothes. They got like the market pair of clothes. They got the ceremonial pair of clothes. And then they got, work clothes, right? That's all they have. They don't have any money. The Romans, they keep them pretty oppressed and pretty depressed and pretty much like locked out of the economic system. So for the Jews today to go and throw their stuff out on the ground in front of this Jew? The Jews don't even like Jews, Sam. The Bible says, or their people say, I got ahead of myself there, but they say, well, does anything good ever come out of Nazareth? Out of Galilee? Come on, help me here. No, the Jew, you didn't talk to any Jew. They'll say, nothing ever good comes out of Nazareth. Nothing ever good comes out of Galilee. Nothing ever. So here they are. Look, they're putting their cloaks on the ground. Make no sense at all about what they're doing there. And then, the palm branches, that just irritates me. Because what they do to them palm trees, listen, palm trees for us, it's a way of life. Guys build houses with those palm trees. They build educational spaces with those palm trees. They go and they build boats with them palm trees. It's our economy, and here they are. They're wasting them on this no good Nazareth Jew Jesus somewhere out there coming up the hillside, I guess. I don't know why we even do that. Because in our economy, listen, if you have a palm tree, you've got bucks. You've got an investment. You got something that you can rely on when you don't have any money for food or anything like that. You can go cut a branch off and sell it to somebody. They're going to build something with it, and they're going to sell it in the market, and you get some bucks. So but this makes no sense. No sense at all. Because when the king comes back, they come back on their white horse. They come back with all the robes, right? And it's like the flags are flying. Remember the flags? They fly. It's like, woo, victory to us. And we're just kind of like, yeah. But I still have to build crosses and work. But at least I can be happy that, hey, we won a victory. But this is just nonsense here. So I don't know what the Jews are thinking. But what I do know is we've got to finish this cross so I can get home to my honey-do list. Fix up them French doors for my bride. But this guy, he's going to deserve this cross in a very big and mighty way. And I got to do a little bit of work yet on that one, I think. So, what really gets me about this whole story of the weekend is the Jews say that this God of theirs saved them like a long time ago from slavery, and they had to make things that they didn't want to make, and all of this, and their kids, they got killed and beaten and betrayed, and it's just kind of a hard thing to understand. And so I look at the Jews and I'm like, really? There's a simpler thing to complain about. If you're going to complain and protest about anything, it should be something that you can change and make a difference in. But no, not the Jews. They're not the smartest group of people in the world. So here we go. We just make the crosses for them. Tell you, but I get some good bucks out of the deal. No, that's for sure. What puzzled me about what they're doing to this Jesus, though, is the Romans know that Jesus is creating quite the stir amongst them. The religious leaders, I ran into a religious leader the other day. He was buying boxes from me. I made him a real good deal. I sold him 2 for $75. It was great. Just take advantage of that every chance I get. It's a little extra for the honey is what it is. Bought those French doors. But he just seems to always make them mad. I don't know. It's like Jesus almost knows that nobody likes him because he's a Jew, and here he goes, making the religious leaders mad, Then the Romans go in and they get mad. And then all of a sudden, before I know it, I get the order, build another cross. Okay. I mean, if Jesus isn't really careful, if he really does come up that hillside today in front of all these Jews that are, Hosanna, save me, we might be called back here in the middle of the week to build a cross for that guy. I don't know. We'll see. But you know, if Jesus is at all who he says he is, I would think he'd be a little bit smarter in how he handles things, and not create waves this next week here in Jerusalem, because it's a holiday. We need money. You see the theme here with us Romans? It's about the money, right? Power, not blasphemy. I mean, this guy over here, he blasphemed the Romans all the time. It's like, nope, nothing with Caesar at all. Nothing at all for our leadership and our government and all of that. Nothing. He's just like, nope, it's all about me. It's all about me. So here I am as the guy who's trying to get a place for him to spend his last hours on earth right here. I'm just kind of like, Jesus better just kind of watch out. Well, I don't know, Sam. Feeling kind of good. Feeling kind of good about that work right there. I don't look forward at all to going back down that path, though. Do you? I just can't believe that one man has all the power, creates all the excitement. It doesn't make any sense. But hey, I got paid, right? I got paid. So I'm about ready to just say, hey, maybe we can get out of here, and because these crosses are done, they're ready. Maybe we can get out of here and kind of sneak down this hill here in front of all these Jews. They're a little distracted looking for somebody. But maybe somewhere along the line, maybe we can get out of here and go sneak a peek at this Jesus on a donkey. It'd be pretty easy to see, I think. I mean, they even put their cloaks on top of the donkey so that this Jesus, this Savior, Messiah, that he doesn't even get dirty. So come on, Sam, let's get out of here. Let's blow this place. Let's go check out, see if we see this Jesus guy on a donkey somewhere. I don't think it's going to happen, but we can sure give it a try. And I don't know, maybe we'll come back later in the week, build Jesus a cross. Hope that's not the case. It's not at all the way I wanted to spend my night. Interrupt a perfectly good night's sleep. Sam, I can't say thank you enough for running into me coming up out of that courtyard tonight. I mean, here it is, middle of the night, and you're helping the Crossbuilder get this big old thing down to the shop so we can make the cross. I need to swing that over there a little bit there. Bring it up this way a little more. Yeah, let's roll it around. It's important, gotta get it in the right spot, you know, a little more that way. Maybe. Oh, yeah, perfect. Sam, I can't thank you enough, seriously. I mean, middle of the night, helping me get this beast down here. Whew. Wow. You know, this idea that Jesus is a Jew, a little bit of excitement in town. This has not been a week like any other week that I have ever experienced. Not like any other holiday I've ever had here. You know, the idea that I have to go and make this cross here at the last minute because of somebody who stirred everything up in town this week and got people all excited and in an uproar over things. You know, you would think a Jew would just mind their own business. But no, let's go to town and interrupt everybody's holiday and sleep. Yeah. You know, I was in the middle of my sleep there and I'm trying to get it to where I can enjoy a real good, peaceful night's sleep. And this guy, all of a sudden I start hearing these voices. I should have went and checked it out, what I shouldn't have done. I should have just mind my own business, but no. the good guy that I am, go make a cross, middle of the night. Let's see, I think this is one's already started. Yeah. We'll make it fit. It'll work. This guy, he comes and just stirs up everybody, gets everybody all riled up over everything, as if life is supposed to stop and just depend on him. Well, here I was, middle of the night, getting ready, get a good night's rest in, and I start hearing these voices. I started this thing just started to chant. It's like it sounded like they were singing Barabbas. Barabbas. And I laid there, and it's like I don't usually hear people talk at all at night. It's like Barabbas this, Barabbas that. And I'm thinking, you know what? There is this time where the season where they give back to the Jews this criminal that they so choose, but I'm thinking, really, Barabbas? I mean, seriously, this can't be true. So I couldn't sleep anymore. So what do? I blew my night's sleep because of Barabbas. Voices in my head. So I go out, start walking up to the courtyard there. I couldn't believe what I saw. I mean, I'm like listening to this, and all of a sudden it goes from Barabbas, Barabbas. I start hearing him say, "Give us Barabbas, give us Barabbas." I'm thinking, you can't be seriously thinking, give us Barabbas. I mean, look at, we got other thieves that are going to give their life on these crosses and crucifixion here this weekend. I mean, these guys are guys that are going to go and say, hey, you know what, we're going to steal from you. We're going to lie about you. We're going to lie to you. In fact, you know, we might even take your women and hurt them a little bit. We might even beat you up. But no, don't give us one of those guys. Give us Barabbas. Seriously, what are they thinking? Barabbas. Barabbas is all of that, plus a murderer. I mean, you want that running around our street? No, I don't want that running around my street. No, give us Barabbas. And now, me as a Crossbuilder, I'm like, I'm in the know, I'm in the loop. But no, not this time. Nobody ever tells me all the details of stuff. So what happens? I get up out of bed, I'm walking down, and I see this crowd of people. And the people are just losing their minds. Thinking maybe I'm losing my mind. But you know, I get there to my spot, and I'm late. I don't like being late to anything. And you know, these things can get really bloody. They get really brutal. But man, what I saw was not what I expected. I mean, as I enter that courtroom, in that courtyard, I get down there and I'm looking at this poor boy they got down at the stage, down in the middle of the arena there, and he is butt naked on top of the whipping post. And it is a bloody mess. Now, I mean, I've been to these things before. They get pretty bad. I mean, in fact, if you're within 20 feet from the front, you get splattered with the blood and flying flesh, and I mean, it's not pretty, it's not fun at all. So, you know, I'm thinking, I'm late, I missed the beating. So, I kind of get my way down through the crowd. I just push my way through, because I mean, Crossbuilder, I got front row seat, I can go anywhere I want to go, and just get out of my way. All these Jews, they can't do nothing to me, because like, I kind of feel like I'm the boss, but I'm really the boss of nothing. I just get told to build a cross in the middle of the night. But what I see when I get down there, I make my way through people, and I'm looking at that guy up there, and I get closer, and all of a sudden I start thinking, do I seriously recognize that guy? No. I look a little closer. The guy is a bloody mess. The worst probably I've ever seen. And I look at him and I'm thinking, can that really be? Is that Jew? I'm thinking, how can it be that Jew? That Jesus. I knew he was going to stir up trouble. I mean, just a week ago, he comes right up into town, and everybody's like, hey, here's the palm branch, and we give you honor, and all that. Look at this guy, it's got to be Jesus. It's got to be that Jew. They laid their cloaks out in front of him, and they gave him this big parade like he was some great man of valor and great warrior and king. And I'm like, look at him. I'm thinking, I feel really bad for that guy. I mean, this is a good guy. I mean, this guy that I'm looking at is a guy that I know is healed, supposedly anyway, healed people. Supposedly fed a lot of people. Supposedly called everybody brother. Like, no Roman ever calls anybody brother. He just calls him brother. And supposedly, I mean, from the stories I hear, this guy that looks like that doesn't deserve that kind of treatment. I mean, I feel so disoriented right now because I'm looking around the crowd and I just, it just doesn't seem right that this guy, if it's the same guy, it's got to be the same guy. I look over here, the Romans over here, look at them, they're just over there just laughing and they're having a good time, which they always laugh and have a good time at these Jewish beatings. It's just, they just like that. I mean, we're weird that way as Romans. But over here, I'm looking over here, and here's this Jew guy, and he's standing here, and he's like shouting out, he's like, crucify him, crucify him, crucify Jesus. And I look at him like, have you totally lost your mind? And I think, like, okay, wait, I'm a Roman. I don't really care what the man thinks. But I'm frustrated. And I feel like something inside of me is looking at this guy, and I'm thinking, he is not being treated the way he should be treated. So the guards come over, and they come right down in front, and they pick up Jesus by his arms, and they're laughing at him. They say, Jew, stand up on your own. Come on, Jew, stand up on your own. And this poor guy is so beaten, and his flesh is just slain. It's slaughtered. The worst I think I've ever seen. And of course he falls down. And of course he's not talking. Doesn't say anything at all. So the sergeant, he comes over. I mean, the sergeant gets involved there. It gets a little bit worse on some things. But sergeant comes over. Oh, he made me mad. He made me mad. Sergeant comes over. And he grabs some thorns, some thistles that they have over here laying in a pile, which they use for torturing anyway. But he picks it up and he starts making it into a circle. I'm trying to figure out what's he doing, making it into a circle, because that's usually not what they do with these thorns. But he took it and he made it a circle. He goes over to this Jew and he places the thorns on the Jew's head. And I'm thinking, oh, that's gonna hurt. Well, this poor guy doesn't deserve any of that. But not only does he just go over it, but he pushes the thorns down into his brow, and blood just began to ooze from all over his head, in his ears, in his eyes. And I'm sitting there, my blood pressure is just getting a little bit amped up, higher than it should be. And then he just starts laughing at the Jew. He says, come on, Jew, you're the king of the Jews, huh? Well, the king needs a crown, so save yourself. If you're a king, you save yourself. And he's just having a great time with this. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, man, I don't understand. This is not the way it's supposed to go down tonight. We already have criminals, and we have thieves that are already on the docket to be slain and to be slaughtered behind the cross. Not this guy, not this Jew. The sergeant comes over and he can't make the guy talk. So what's he do? All he looks at is this Jew in his head, and his whole body's just sitting there, just kind of. He doesn't say a word. Ticked off the sergeant. So the sergeant, he goes and gets a blindfold, and he blindfolds this Jew that's bleeding profusely from his head, and the blood soaks in instantly like a sponge. The guy now can't see anything. And the sergeant goes and he takes his guys to the back of where the people are and says, get out of my way. And there's a pile of rocks there. And they picked up a rock one at a time and they start pelting rocks at Jesus. They just pelted rocks at him. And I'm sitting there thinking, what are you doing? And they pelt rocks, and when they hit Jesus, when somebody hit Jesus, they run up to him
And they laugh at him and they say, "Hey, Jew boy, who hit you? Who hit you? Come on, tell me. Talk to me, who hit you? Come on, Jew, you dumb Jew, who hit you?" I'm getting madder and madder as this thing goes on. And the Jew just didn't say anything. He just sat there, his body just winced at those things. And I'm thinking, maybe I'm too old to be a cross builder. Maybe I can't handle this anymore. It used to be not, it didn't bother me sometimes because I know my place. It's a good living. But this isn't good. And the sergeant, he couldn't make that guy talk. He tried everything he could to make him talk. He couldn't do it. So he goes and he comes alongside of me, he brings over his big old billy club, his big old stick, and he looks at that Jew boy, and he starts hitting the Jew, and he beats him in the legs, he hits him in the ribs, and I'm sitting there, I'm just getting really mad. I got my hand on my knife, and I'm ready to do something right for the first time in my life. And the first time in my life, I wanted to get in there, and I wanted to do something to save this guy, because this is not fair. And the sergeant, he just takes it, and he hits him again, and he hits him again, and I'm just getting up there, and I'm just like, talk to him, Jew, talk to him, make him understand, and it'll go away, it'll stop, just say something. And the sergeant, he just beats him again, and beats him again, and I'm just like, I'm tight, my body's tight, I'm ready to jump up on stage and start doing my own slashing. And I'm looking at that Jew, and that Jew, his heart is pumping so much blood. And he falls over. And when he fell over, that blindfold fell off. And that Jew, he's looking right at me. He blinks his eyes. It's just full of blood. He blinks his eyes, and he's looking at me, and he's like a calming effect. It's like as if he was saying, it's okay. I got this. It's going to be okay. I've never seen anything like this Jew before, but it's not right. And the sergeant, he comes over from over here, and he comes up to me, he grabs me by my shoulder, and I'm tight. I'm worked up. I'm a sweaty mess. Because I'm thinking, for the first time, let me do something my family's proud of. Let me do something that's going to make a difference. And he looks at me, and he grabs my shoulder, and he says, go make another cross. Go prepare another cross and bring it to us. Because we got another crucifixion that we need to have. And I'm just like, here I am in the middle of the night. This Jew, Jesus. What if what he says is true? I mean, the Romans are laughing. The Romans are laughing all around him. The Jewish religious leaders, they're smiling with them goofy little smirks on their face. And nobody is coming to this guy's defense. And what I've seen in other criminals is somebody always comes to their defense when they're guilty. But this guy, on his own, didn't say a word. What if what he said is true? What do I do with my own guilt in that? What have I done? I'm the one that's guilty here. I could have done something in the courtyard. But no, here I am, Jesus. Here I am, making your cross. The one that is the one that says that you are going to be the Savior of the world. The one that came to change the lives and the trajectory of man's souls from now and for all eternity. And Jesus, what do I do with my guilt in this? Why me? Why do I have to be the one that stands here tonight and saying this to my own heart? I'm so frustrated and I'm so confused that Jesus, you don't deserve what I just saw. You don't deserve what I just took part in. Jesus is not about me. It's all about you. Why did you not say so? I don't understand, Jesus. I don't understand how you can do this or allow this to take place for you. And how you would be the one that would say, I'm the light of the world. I'm here to save mankind. I'm here not to judge the world, but to give you a life and to give you a peace that's everlasting. I don't understand any of that. But what if it's true? What if it's true you came to take my bad, to take the things that I'm addicted to take the things that I can't seem to change? He didn't deserve that. I am very mad. I'm mad because even your friends deserve you. You said you're the way, the truth, and the life. And no one comes to you, whatever that means, except by way of your Father. But I don't see your Father. I see you, a bleeding and beaten man that says you are bleeding and beaten for me. Maybe my religion's wrong. Maybe, just maybe, there's some truth to what you said. I don't even know this Jew. I don't even believe like this Jew. I have issues of my own. But what if he is the one that can bring peace and understanding? Am I making a big mistake? What's my part in all this? What effect am I having? There's a lot in life that I'm not good at. There's a lot in life I don't get. But what I see, and what I've heard about this man, and what I've seen him being treated as, it's not right. It's not right that I'm being asked to be part of it. I don't know if I've ever crucified an innocent man before. Maybe tonight, there's something about this guy that's going to be a little bit different. He said he can rebuild the temple in 3 days. No idea what that means. This man says he is here to not judge, but he's to love. And he, tonight, is not being loved back. He said he's the mark of eternal life. He's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. What if it's all true? What if it is going to work out the way he said? Jesus. Tonight, you are going to give your life on this cross for a bunch of people that are not worthy of your life.
Hey, good morning, honey. I brought you some coffee. What are you doing out here in the chicken coop? Is something wrong?
I don't know. Thanks for the coffee. Haven't had coffee in the chicken coop before. You're so good to me. I don't know. This crazy Jew that came to town last week and just play the whole scene over and over in my head. How crazy people acted a week ago, and just the whole idea of what I saw in the court. How they treated him and abused him, and yet he just seemed like the nicest guy, and I just can't get past that. He helped people, he healed people. Stop it. I just can't, I'm not sleeping. I just over and over and over in my head again on the brutality that they showed this man, and then I don't know.
guess I'm kind of questioning my own doings in the whole thing. I mean, I'm just doing my job as a good Roman. Kind of feel like a silly Roman, worthless Roman right now. I just do my job. I mean, Roman, I'm the cross builder. I'm supposed to build crosses and not feel bad for people. I don't know what this Jew has that I just can't get over, but I don't know, maybe my belief system's all wrong. Maybe our belief system's all wrong. I mean, even his best friends turned their back on him and denied him. And I mean, Romans don't do that. Romans stick together. I don't know. The idea of him not even answering questions in the court. I mean, if I'm innocent, I'm innocent. But he didn't seem to care. He just, I don't know. This Jewish holiday stuff, maybe it's time I stop being the cross builder and go collect taxes or something, kind of be on that side of things for a bit. I mean, I don't know if I want to even go to work today. I mean, typically, I'm supposed to go take the cross apart and get it ready for the next guy, but the town lost their mind over this. And I guess what I question is, I have this heart that's supposed to be hardened to this, but when he died on the cross, when he actually took his last breath, craziest stuff happened, didn't it? I mean, the sky turned black, the ground shook. What was that about? People ran in fear. People ran in anger toward everybody. They didn't even know why they were angry. And in the temple, I've never been in the temple, but it's destroyed. This big veil they have tore, and they just all lost their mind. I mean, town is still crazy down there. I mean, there's no way I can get back to the shop well, there is, but go tear this cross apart. I don't know. I'm thankful for what I have. I'm thankful for what we have as a family, but maybe we got it wrong. I mean, what if this guy was who he says he was? I mean, maybe all this helping of people really was to prove that he is the Messiah or this king of the Jewish people. But that's not how we were raised. Live your life, do your own thing, give Caesar what Caesar. But this guy, I don't know, I'm losing sleep over him. I don't know, they got him in the tomb. The Romans have got to be afraid of this guy still. I can't figure that part out. They've never been afraid of somebody. They posted guards at the tomb, and they put the Roman seal on. Nobody ever gets the Roman seal unless you're royalty. I don't know. I just know, he talks about he's going to be able to save humanity and save the world, but the Jew is dead. And I had a part in that. It's kind of like I live every day either struggling with, do I accept this Jew who he says he was? Or do I deny him and continue on serving Caesar the way we've always served Caesar and serve the Roman court and keep the Jews oppressed? Line the streets with crosses. It's almost as if I would turn life over to this Jew that, I don't know, maybe I feel like I have more meaning than I have today, because today is just, I need sleep. Coffee is good. I don't know. I just gotta get on with my day. I just can't sit here and feed chickens all day. The one guy is along the street. I saw him, the Peter dude. I saw him, and this rooster crows, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know Jesus." That's not the kind of friend I want. And if that's the way the Romans are going to treat me, I mean, the sergeant grabbed me by the shoulder and said, "Go make a cross." I go make a cross, and this chaos in town happened. Temple's gone, economy is bankrupt. I don't know. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna try to make it to town, but maybe I will take a second cup of coffee on my way, though. I'll see you after work. Hey, I got my second cup of coffee. Thanks for the chicken coop conversation this morning. I'm not looking forward to going to work still, but you helped, so thank you. See you after work. I love you.
I love you.
All right, bye. Oh, what a day this is going to be. Man. All right, here we go. Yep. Job as the Roman Crossbuilder. You know, my job is to repair the crosses after I build them, and after somebody dies on them, go back and take them apart. Man, I don't want to do that today. Ugh, not a day to go to the office. I mean, I know it's to help keep the Jews in line and help keep them oppressed, but man, this isn't really what I signed up for. I mean, there's just something different about this guy. Why can I not get over this? It's like life is just, oh, come on, get out of the way, you Jew. Man, they haven't even gone back to their hometowns yet. They're walking all over the place. Those Romans over there are looking like they're doing something. What are they doing? Man, I mean, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to, I guess, help, but I had no idea. I just feel so disoriented. I don't know why I feel disoriented. I mean, man, just last week when this Jew came into town, riding on his donkey, coming up the hill into Jerusalem, everybody waving and screaming. Man, what are they doing over there? There's more of them. And passing out their palm branches in front of him and laying their cloaks down. Come on, keep going. Ugh, kind of impatient today. What am I doing? I mean, what do I do with the guilt that I have over this? I just keep seeing it over and over and over in my mind, the beating, and push my way through the crowd and having that guy stand right next to me when this man Jesus is so bloody. And he's saying, crucify him, crucify him. I'm like, man, have you lost your mind? Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I don't know. This whole idea of having to go and try to fix something that's broken. I just feel like something's broken. I feel like something's not quite right. I mean, I don't want to go back into town and fight all this traffic. I feel like if I go back and take this cross apart, it's like Jesus is going to be looking right at my eyes again, just looking like he did. Blood all in my eyes, all in his eyes. I know, it's kind of weird. Come on. Now they're crossing the road. All right. I mean, I feel kind of angry about the whole thing. I mean, this man, he could have said something to help himself. I mean, when the sergeant came and grabbed my shoulder and said, go build a cross because we need another cross. Man, I don't like being told what to do like that. He was just so angry about the whole thing. I mean, I'm okay usually with being, doing my job, knowing the history and trying to go back and rebuild the crosses afterwards, get them ready for the next round of crucifixions. But man, this one's got me stirred up. Man, traffic is getting heavy. Look at that. They're just all over the place. I mean, what if this man Jesus really was who he said he was? I mean, there's something about this Jew I still don't understand. Can't explain it to my wife. Can't explain it to my kids. There goes a Roman soldier right there. I don't know. I hope nobody's blocking my way to the shop today, because I just want to work. I want to get it done. Get back to my family. Man. I don't know. He said he'd destroy the temple, rebuild it in 3 days. I don't even know what that means, but it's been 3 days and chaos is still in town. What is going on? Wow. So much for getting into the office today. Look at all of these people. Oh. Gonna need another cup of coffee. Well, let's go in and see what we got. Get through these people. Good morning.
Good morning.
I wish he would have just said something. Just something. I was fine coming up on Friday to rebuild the other thief crosses, get them done. There's no way I could come and rebuild this and get it ready. If he would have just said something, anything. I mean, all the time you were in the courtyard, being asked questions, you didn't say anything. All the time they mistreated you, you didn't say anything. Just something. Then when I watched you walk through town dragging this cross, you didn't say anything. I was so irritated. And you got me thinking. But then when I stood in the crowd and I watched you come to the cross scene, when they laid you down and nailed you to this cross, inside my heart was just about ready to burst. But then finally, when I saw them rise this cross up with your body nailed to this cross, I began to see your body just kind of start to shake, like you're trying to get enough strength up inside you just to finally say something. Finally say something. I'm thinking, you're getting kind of excited here. I'm getting kind of excited because now you're going to finally say something. You're going to say something to those Jews that did you totally wrong out there. You're finally going to give it to them. You're going to condemn them for what they said. You're going to condemn them for how they treated you. And those Romans, those guards, go give it to them. Just give it to them. And I'll stand in the crowd thinking, this is it. This is the moment I waited for. And you said nothing to that effect. All you said was, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they do. I got to thinking, what if it's true? What if it's true that you came to be the Messiah? I mean, you're so nice to everybody. Well, what if it was true that, okay, save the people from their sins? What if it's true? Father, forgive them for what they do. Forgive them. What about me? Can you forgive me? The Roman Crossbuilder? What if it's true? The reason why you gave your life was so we could have eternity with you. But like that thief over on the cross. What if it's true? There's something different about you. Something different about what took place. I just don't think there's any way. No, there's not any way I'm going to rebuild this cross. Can't do it. This cross needs to be a memory. A memory of what you did. You gave your life for a bunch of people who don't deserve how you did it and why you did it. They didn't deserve you. Might lose my job. But there's no way that I can do this. There's no way. I want us to remember what you did. Seriously. Hi, babe.
Hey, hon. Did you hear the news?
No, there's no good news around here today.
Jesus is alive.
Right, sure. What do you mean?
Did you hear what I said? The tomb is empty. Jesus is alive.
Wow. Really? You said you're going to rebuild the temple in 3 days. Really? Alive? Maybe you can save me. Oh, Jesus. Forgive me, the Roman soldier. The Roman crossbuilder. Forgive me, the sinner. You are who you say you are. You came to die like you said you would. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this. I mean, seriously, thank you for this. I don't deserve this. I'm one of those people that just stood there and watched in disbelief. Thank you for this. If it's true, I have you in my heart. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Can you believe? Do you hear the news? He's risen. You understand this? Do you know this? He's risen. Have you heard this? Do you get the news? Are you all excited? I got the phone call. Do you get the phone call? Jason